We are talking sleds today. Oh, it's good to be back. Real quick, while I still have you guys here, I want to start a new series on the channel called Rating My Subscribers' Snowmobiles. If you guys want me to rate your snowmobile on camera and post it to YouTube, send me a DM with a picture of your sled on Instagram. My Instagram will be right here on the screen. Go ahead and send me one, and if I can get enough sleds for that video, I'll probably post it next week. So obviously we don't have the 850 with us today, but we do have this pre-mint 850 banner that I got when I snow checked my sled. So that's what I have to do till I bring the sled home. Sled is coming home this weekend. We got a lot of things to do to it, so I'm super excited to get that home and get working on it before the season. I know we only have a short amount of time left, but today's video, we are talking about the new Matryx chassis. So when the Matryx chassis came out in the spring, I didn't really speak on it or do any videos on it. So today will be the first time you guys hear from me about the new Matryx chassis, and I'm super excited to talk about it. So the Matryx chassis, it was a 2021 SnowCheck exclusive, and it only came on a few of the flagship models, as Polaris typically does. I know when they roll out new chassis, they only bring it to a few of their flagship models for 1 year, and then the next year they usually roll them into the rest of the flagship models. This year, the Matryx chassis only came to a few variations of the Indy and one variation of the Switchback Assault 146. I would assume next year that they're going to bring it to the rest of their trail sleds and also the mountain sleds, based off of what Polaris has done in the past. So what's so different about the Matryx chassis from the Axys chassis? When you look at a picture of the Matryx and you look at a picture of the Axys, you can see that the Matryx carries over a lot of the same physical features as the Axys, but it's a lot more refined looking. So the first difference in the Matryx versus the Axys is the Matryx is actually almost 5 inches narrower than the Axys chassis. It is 4.8 inches narrower at the console and 3 inches narrower at the knees, which is crazy because like I will sit on my Pro and I feel like I'm riding a motocross bike. Like, if you narrow it down that much more, you're pretty much riding a dirt bike at that point. Another noticeable new feature on the Matryx is the new Nightblade headlights. The new Nightblade headlights have 6 projector optic beams, which really increase your night visibility for night riding. Another awesome feature about the Matryx that I actually really like is the side panels are now away from your knees, so it gives you a lot more room to move around. I know that like riding my Axys, like I will bang my knees into my sled so often when I'm coming to stops hard, or if I'm jumping the sled or riding a lot of off-trail. Like my knees, by the end of the day, I feel like I'm 80 years old because my knees are clapped out from always smacking those side panels. So if I end up getting a Matryx chassis, I'm going to be really excited to not have sore knees after riding my sled. And the new side panels on the Matryx are also designed to deflect the wind around the rider. The extra wind deflection with the Matryx chassis is going to be really awesome for those hardcore trail riders, especially on those below 0 days. One of the coolest features about the Matryx is the new Smart Warmer hand warmers. They have 3 settings, low, medium, and high, and you can customize them for each hand, how hot you want each hand, which is pretty awesome. Another amazing feature on the new Matryx chassis is the new goggle box. If you have a Axys chassis sled, you know that that goggle box is absolutely useless. You can't really fit anything in there. Like maybe you can get a pair of socks in there if you really tried. But on the Matryx, they made it big enough to fit 2 goggles and a pair of gloves, which is awesome. Pretty much eliminates the need for a windshield bag. Another great feature on the Matryx is they made the parking brake easier to engage. If you have an Axys chassis or really any other older Polaris and you go to use the parking brake, I don't know, at least me, I struggle. It's extremely hard for me to use the parking brake, but apparently they made it easier to use the parking brake and easier to engage. Here's another feature that is just Polaris stepping it up to the next level is the new 7S display. 7S is a 7-inch touchscreen glove compatible display for your Polaris snowmobile. You get 7 different digital gauge interfaces along with your tachometer, speedometer, and GPS. Its satellite connection allows you to track other riders in your group, so you always know where your group's at. So if you for some reason get separated from your group, you can go find them. Your database for the 7S display includes snowmobile trails anywhere in North America, which is also awesome. It also monitors your rides, gasoline, and food stops. You have a Bluetooth speaker helmet. You can even pair your Bluetooth speaker helmet to the 7S display and play music through that. The Matryx chassis is offered in a 650 and an 850. Now, the big question, did I order a Matryx? Am I getting one? What's going on? Unfortunately, I did not order a Matryx chassis here. Only reason being is they didn't come out with it in a mountain sled, and I am a huge Pro RMK rider. That's my favorite sled. I probably would never own anything else besides a Pro. So since they didn't roll out a new chassis, and there's only some minor tweaks with the new Pros, which would be like the Quick Drive 2 and a few other things, I didn't end up ordering a sled because pretty much what I have already. If Polaris brings the Matryx chassis to the RMK lineup like I expect they do in 2022, I will definitely be selling my sled or trading it in to get the Matryx chassis. Specifically, I want them to come out with a RMK Chaos 155 with the Quick Drive 2 system in the Matryx chassis. That will be an almost certain I will get that sled. But for this season, you guys will see me back on the 2019 Pro RMK 850 155. No complaints there, not complaining because I love that sled so much and I wouldn't mind spending another 4 seasons with it. But if the Matryx does come out in the RMK, this will most likely be my last season on this sled. I have not seen a Matryx in person, and I have not gotten to ride one, obviously. I'm really hoping this winter that I could get on a demo sled or a test sled, throw a leg over it, do a video, and just see what I think of it, see what I think of it being narrow, check out that display, and all the other cool little features they added to the Matryx chassis. If any of you guys have picked up a Matryx chassis, comment down below what you think of it so far. I know most of you guys probably haven't been out on them yet, but just from your initial thoughts of it, what do you guys think? I really want to know some like actual real world feedback and not just reading like reviews and articles and this and that. I'm really excited to be bringing back the sled videos. I really miss making these. You guys have been keeping up the channel over the summer and through the fall. You notice I have a Power Stroke truck now. So I've been doing a lot more diesel truck content just because I really have gotten into the whole diesel thing and I'm really starting to enjoy it. But with December here and winter here, obviously we're transitioning over to snowmobiles, which is the main focus of this channel. This is probably why 99% of you guys are subscribed. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the first sled video back. If you guys enjoyed today's video or learned something new, smash a huge thumbs up on today's video. If you guys like sled content or diesel truck content, what are you doing if you're not subscribed? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Down below some video ideas for me you guys want to see me do with snowmobiles. I have a bunch lined up, but I want to see if there's anything you guys specifically want to see. All that being said, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.
I've been on it every day now. I got money on my mind, now they better pay me. Bet they wanna see me way down. Overthinking that.